Devotional for 1 Kings 17. Good morning. In 1 and 2 Kings, we read some marvelous stories of man and God, those faithful and those unfaithful. In 17, to get a clearer picture, we need to back up to 16:30. Quote, "But Ahab, son of Omri, did what was evil in the Lord's sight more than all who were before him." Ahab is the king over Israel. Elijah the Tishbite from the Gilead settlers was the prophet. He speaks to Ahab many times. As 17 begins, he tells Ahab there will be no rain in the land except by the hand of the Lord. In other words, all the bowing down to foreign idols and whatever Ahab thinks he can do, the Lord is Lord of all, and there will be no rain, no dew, no mist until he says so. Then in verses 2 through 5, we see the word commanded 2 more times as God commands the ravens to take care of Elijah, and Elijah does what the Lord has commanded him to do. Therefore, Elijah is taken care of when the whole land is in famine and drought. Elijah is told to go to Zarephath, to a widow. The Lord has commanded this woman to take care of Elijah. She doesn't understand, but she does what Elijah says. What we see here is amazing faith and the hand of God in protection of these two. She does as the Lord commands. Verse 16, quote, "The flour jar did not become empty, and the oil jug did not run dry, according to the word of the Lord he had spoken through Elijah." The widow's son becomes ill. The son dies, and of course the widow blames Elijah. Verses 20 through 23, quote, "Then he cried out to the Lord and said, 'Lord, my God, have you also brought tragedy on the widow I am staying with by killing her son?' Then he, Elijah, stretched himself over the boy 3 times. He cried out to the Lord and said, 'Lord, my God, please let this boy's life come into him again.' So the Lord listened to Elijah, and the boy's life came into him again, and he lived." End of quote. When we read these great stories of men like Elijah, we see the ugliness of leaders like Ahab. But let's pray for prophets like Elijah, who have such a marvelous walk with God that he speaks and they just do it. One day when heaven is my new home and I've been with Jesus for 1,000 years singing and rejoicing, I'll begin to look for men like Elijah and thank them for their faith. Have a good day.